You're listening to the Pillaging Podcast, proud member of the Crow's Nest Podcast Network, companion podcast to PJ4F.com, the #1 podcast in Raider Nation. Tune in every week wherever podcasts are found. Call in and leave a message to be played on air at 408-909-PJFF. This episode brought to you by DC4L Custom Tees. Check them out at DC4LCustomTees.com. It's time to pillage another podcast. I'm your host, Kenny Staples. Happy Easter, Che.
Happy Easter, brother.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Like I was saying, it's been a long motherfucking day.
It's been a long day, bro.
It's been a long day.
It's been a hell of a weekend. We'll get into that on the Crow's Nest.
Yeah.
We're going to get into all that. If you guys haven't listened to the Crow's Nest yet, you're definitely missing out. It's the Pillaging Podcast After Dark. After hours. It's already dark up in this bitch.
Oh, it's dark.
Yeah,
it's dark.
And you got a hoodie on.
I do have a hoodie on, man. I just got here.
Yeah,
I just ran in. I just came in. It's a little chilly outside. It's not that chilly in the studio.
Did you say hi to my lady?
Yeah, I did say hi to your lady.
You're a good man.
Yeah, of course,
you're
man.
You're a very good gentleman.
Always say
I already know I don't have your camera lined up right, but that's okay.
it's all good.
That's okay.
Let's do this real quick. Let's just do. Look at on.
Fixed.
Get it done.
Fixed.
You see?
Like a true G.
That's how it's handled.
You know what time it is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Those of you who are joining us right now at these late hours have probably already partaken in quite a few of these beautiful chelas, but we came here prepared. Your boy Kenny sponsored today's Chelas con Che.
You goddamn right.
And he came through with a wonderful Belching Beaver Mexican chocolate peanut butter stout. And it's
so good.
delicious. We had to pour it out in this glass, but I'll show you guys the bottle here. I got it sitting right here. Right there. You see that? He's got a sombrero on, everything, dog. Oh, yeah. So those of you who have been listening to us for a while, the peanut butter milk stout from Belching Beaver is one of our favorites, right? Mm-hmm. We stayed heavy on that one stout for a while.
A few weeks.
And then we hit a skid, with our team. Our team started losing, and we're like, we can't rock this no more.
That's right.
So we haven't brought that one back in the studio. Maybe we'll bring it back in, so somewhere before the start of the season or something like that. See if we can get a little good luck going. But this one's not too bad either, man. Not too shabby. It's not as creamy as the peanut butter milk stout.
Yeah. The bottle just says stout.
It just says stout.
It is the Mexican chocolate peanut butter stout. Are you getting the chocolate notes in this?
Yeah, man. You got a little sweetness. You got the chocolate notes. It doesn't have as strong of a peanut butter taste as the other one does.
No. I'm getting some nutmeg out of this.
Yeah. Yep. It's there. The Mexican chocolate usually has like some cinnamon, some nutmeg, something like that. It gives it a little bit different flavor. Those of you who are familiar with the abuelita chocolate, you guys know that. I'd definitely
be bringing this back out again in the holiday season. The holidays, yeah. This might be a good one to bake with.
This might be, dude. Now you're onto something, dog. A little dessert.
Some Mexican chocolate peanut butter stout.
A little dessert, dog.
Waffles.
You gonna have it for breakfast, dog?
Hey, a dessert waffle. The carbonation of the beer make a nice fluffy waffle.
And you know what? When you poured it out, it had a nice thick head on it. A nice thick head.
We like nice thick head here in the Crow's Nest. I'm not saying it hasn't gone down once or twice. I'm a producer after all. But it is very delicious.
It is a good beer, man. It's a great way to cap off a long Easter Sunday.
Yeah, hell yeah.
A long Easter Sunday.
Hell yeah. Easters, man.
And I hope none of you guys got the diarrheas, okay, for Easters, okay? Because that's rough.
Yes.
As the priest in Nacho Libre would let you know. How come I posted that shit in the chat and Angry didn't have a clue what the fuck I was talking about?
What are you eating that you have diarrhea?
You need to watch some goddamn movies.
Nacho Libre,
man.
Check it out, man. Go make your way out to Bend, Oregon and rent that from Blockbuster.
There you go.
Last standing Blockbuster in existence. If you don't listen to the Crow's Nest podcast, you won't understand that.
Man,
that callback.
That Blockbuster's getting tons of props from us, dog.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
They probably got more fucking sales this last fucking couple weeks that we've been talking about them than they've ever had before.
Hey, if I'm ever out there in Bend, Oregon, you find me at that Blockbuster. I'll be out there.
Hell yeah, renting all the movies.
I'll be out there.
All the movies. They're probably on discount too. They probably rent you like $5 for $1, dog.
Yeah. But shout out to Belching Beaver, one of our favorite breweries, I got to say.
Hell yeah.
Definitely. What was the Modern Times? Another one of my favorite breweries.
Well, that's the one we had last week, and I saw you sporting that bad boy.
That Fruitlands.
At the barbecue.
Oh, I crushed 4 of them yesterday.
Yeah.
Did not get tired of them.
No, man, that sour is delicious.
Folks at the party were like, I don't really like sours. I'm like, well, try this. So
yeah.
Like, damn, that's delicious.
It's got a lot of fruit in it. A lot of fruity, like that fruit flavor is strong, but not like too strong where it's like you're drinking a fucking wine cooler or some bullshit like that. You know what I mean?
It's more of like a grapefruit type.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
and
nice.
Then it
citrusy.
It finishes real dry. But I've tried 3 of their beers and I think 2 or 3 of their ciders, and everything I've had from them has just been crisp, clean, just perfect summer brew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my lady, she likes the Golden State. I think it's Golden State Brewery.
Okay.
They do the ciders. She likes those a lot. But anyways, shout out to Belching Beaver.
Hell yeah.
This is going to be a quick and short show, somewhat short. I should say shorter than our normal shows.
Yes, definitely.
We fired all the scouts. We sent them all home.
We sent all them some bitches home, man.
We heard there was leaks in the organization. And
who's putting out the chelas? Who's putting out the chelas too early? Okay, who's letting the people know what chelas I'm going to be drinking? Get the fuck out of here! You're out, Bob. You're out, Bob.
You're out.
Yeah, can't have that shit. No leaks in the chela game, man.
I think we need to before we get into quick hits, I think we need to give a shout out to the people that called in last week.
Oh yeah,
because as you know, it was they had skin in the game. They're there to win the Raiders NFL draft shirt from DC4LCustomTees.com. It is a sharp shirt. It's one you're going to want to cop very soon.
Hell yeah.
And you can wear that during draft weekend. So I'm hoping, if Dan's listening, and I'll send Dan a quick message, that he can get this shirt out to the listener expedited so they could be rocking this hopefully on Thursday or at the very least Friday for those later rounds. So in our finalists from last week, we had JFB, we had 303 Raider, we had Gent, and we had Hardcore Raider. Those were our 4 finalists. Just kind of going off the cuff here because we haven't replayed any of these calls. But I'm going to throw my hat in the ring for JFB.
Okay. I you know what? I'm going to throw my hat in the ring for our boy Gent.
For your boy Gent.
Yeah.
And Gent's like family to me, so it's hard for me to go against that.
Yeah.
Gent had 2 calls.
He did.
To be fair.
And he was on fire, bro.
The second call.
That one took me. That was like okay. Gent was on another level on that second call, dog.
Yeah, it's true.
So I had to give it to him, man.
That's true. So what we'll do is we put that out there right now. We got a tie between JFB and Gent from last week, and we're gonna throw this out to the chat.
There you go.
And we'll be watching the scroll right now. You guys just post one word, Gent or JFB, and we'll see what it comes to.
Yeah,
we'll make that announcement.
Let's do that
in a bit.
Let's do that.
In the meantime, again, we want to give a shout out to OneNationFanwear.com. They got some nice gear up there, so you guys definitely got to check that out.
Yeah.
The most hated hat just came out, which is real slick. It's got that 90s throwback Raider script font on there. The start, or was it the those weren't starter caps. Those were new era caps, right?
No, bro. I think they might have been starter
caps.
I don't know. Maybe they were. Maybe they were new era, man. I wasn't aware of new era until like the 2000s, really. Yeah.
We got 1 vote for JFB right now. So
okay.
Let it be known. Let it be known. All right, so let's set the table a little bit. Thanks for all the donations still coming in. We appreciate that. Make sure you download the Pillaging Podcast app. We got 2 votes for Gent, 3 votes for Gent. Right now it's 3-1 Gent. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at all. I had to go JFB. I'm kind of like Gent's like blood. So
yeah.
I can't have these people call me out telling me it's rigged and shit. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, well, people are riding with it right now.
We got 5 for Gent. We're calling it right now for Gent. Gent, you already know what it is. I'm going to hit you up. You're going to send me your address. You're going to send me your shirt size, and I'm going to send that off to Dan. And, and he can get your shirt out to you
There you go.
Real
there
quick.
you go.
Real
There you
quick.
go.
But I think it's time to get into it. We got a couple quick hits, and then we got this NFL schedule that we got to break down. Pre-draft.
Yeah.
Pre-draft.
Yeah.
Unofficial.
Unofficial.
Yeah.
You know, once the draft goes down, and hopefully we haven't jumped off a cliff, we'll be able to give you just a little bit better, estimation of what this season's gonna hold for us.
And we'll see because, even after we get these guys, we don't know what we get.
Right, man.
But
I mean, we gotta see what happens, though.
But we promise to revisit this schedule, not right after the draft. We're not going to do that because it's it's only 2 weeks away. Well, 1 week away for the draft, probably 2 weeks if we were to recap the schedule, is what I'm saying.
Right.
We'll probably revisit this right before preseason.
There you go.
How's that sound?
I think that's a good plan, man. We get to see some of them some of them guys out there working out, showing us what they got, working with the team and stuff, and seeing who they're linking up with, who they're,
Yeah.
We want to see how they respond to the Gruden, the Mayock combo, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll get a little bit of that before the preseason starts.
I'm a little distracted right now. I'm happy that these guys are riding with Gent, man, because Gent's a virtual stranger to these folks. And I mean, aside from the calls, aside for the fire after fire after fire phone call he's launched at us, that warms my heart, man, because Gent's my brother. So it just Gent. It's a wallpaper of Gent right now on my screen, and that makes me feel good. But it's not about feeling good. It's about moving onward. Quick hits.
That's right.
Real fast. Raiders send scouts home for good prior to the draft.
Take your ass home forever.
And everybody loses their shit. Has everybody lost their goddamn mind out there?
Man. People are some bullshit, though.
Raiders can do something sensible and not completely out of the ordinary, but it's painted as reckless and completely out of the ordinary.
Why?
Go figure.
Why would it be painted as reckless? Why does it have to be reckless? Why is it reckless to send home your scouts? What else do they have to fucking do for us?
The reason why it's being painted as such is, I'd venture to guess that 1 to maybe 3 of those scouts were inside scoops for media reporters.
Right.
So why are they losing their goddamn mind? Because their man inside their building, their quote-unquote sources, are now sitting at home.
Yeah.
And will be.
Yeah. Guess what? Now you're just like us, motherfucker. You got the same amount of inside scoops that the fucking Pillaging Podcast has, dog. So how you feel now, huh?
Yeah. How
you feel about that, dog?
We still got our inside scoop.
We do. We got inside scoops.
We got our source. And I feel real comfortable
2 scoops
about that source. Because if that man's ever fired, well, you're going to hear about it.
Yeah.
You're going to hear about it. So let's talk about this a little bit. If you're a Raider fan, first of all, you should be happy about this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It all but eliminates any chance of pre-draft leaks happening.
Yep.
Of which there was already a couple, low key, right? In Mayock's presser just last week, he mentioned, one of the reporters had asked a question about Bosa and Williams visiting the team, and he was like, "How did you know that they were visiting the team?"
Right.
And everyone kind of chuckled, and he was still like staring at the dude.
I like that shit.
Yeah.
I like that shit. Just give him the fucking dead eye. I'll fucking kill you.
You think I'm funny?
You think I'm funny? Oh, you think it's funny? You think I'm a clown now?
You find this amusing? What, am I entertaining to you? So there's that. And then last season, Gruden had alluded to similar things, right? He had mentioned, I remember in a press conference last year, he kind of thought maybe he knew where some of this information was coming from.
Okay.
But of course, hands were tied. Reggie was still in the chair at that time. And John was patiently waiting to turn over that he knew was going to happen. Now, it's not uncommon for scouts to be sent home, especially if you know they're going to be fired. And usually Easter weekend, of course, they're going to be sent home. It's a holiday weekend. What's out of the ordinary about this is that they've been told that they're fired, and that's it. The reason why I like this, and this sounds kind of crazy, but I'm going to go out there on a limb, and I'm going to say this is a good thing because I feel like it's going to quiet down the draft room.
Yeah.
You got a handful of guys now that are going to be in the room. So sources, quote unquote sources, and this is pretty much obvious. You don't really need sources to know this. The points of contact are going to be Mike Mayock, John Gruden, Trey Scott, who's in personnel, Tom Delaney, ops. Tom Delaney is a gentleman we got to meet. Tom Delaney's a guy that's really authoring a lot of these contracts. A lot of folks gave credit to Reggie McKenzie, and I'm not saying to take it away from him, but Tom Delaney is the reason why you're not seeing a drop-off in the way these contracts are structured.
Right.
That's the continuity there. And Dan Ventrell on the legal team for the Raiders. So those are your main points of contact, and that draft room, make no mistake about it, is going to be led by John Gruden and Mike Mayock. Whether you like that or not, I personally like it.
I like it.
Mike Mayock's probably one of the greatest draft brains that hasn't been with a team, right, as far as the media goes,
right,
for the past decade or so. And John Gruden, a lot of critiques about his judge of talent, right? Guy loves everybody. Guy falls in love with the quarterbacks. But he's got Mike there, and that's the checks and balances right now, and that's what we're rolling with. So it is what it is. There will be no leaks. I'll be surprised if we find out who's the Raiders are going to be drafting early. You and I knew just a fraction of a butt hair before it happened last year, and still we're able to maintain our shit.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
This year I hope the rest of y'all can do that because surprises are coming. There's going to be There's going to be surprises in this draft. Trust that that's going to happen. But yeah, what else do you have to say about this? Did we wrap it up? Do you feel good about this? Was this shocking to you?
No, dog. I mean, I saw people talking about it, and people were kind of offended by the way that the media was talking about it. Right? They're like, why is everybody got to be fucking talking about the Raiders sending home their scouts?
Talking
talking about people. They see, and they think we're laughing too long. They say we stare just a little too long.
I don't know.
Maybe they're saying something.
Let's give them something.
Oh my God. Oh man, why you had to go there? Step Brothers, goddammit. Nah, man. So they're upset about it, but come on. We already know what to expect from the media, y'all. They ain't gonna be fucking giving us props. They never do.
Nah.
And when they do, you know what? I've said this in the past. If they do give us props, it kind of makes me fucking nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Because the last time people were giving us props was the 2017. Right after we fucking came off, and they were like, oh, the Raiders are expecting the blah. They're going to be Super Bowl contenders. And you already saw what it got us, right? We went fucking nose down. So let them talk. Let them fucking bash us. Let them fucking talk shit about Gruden and Mayock fucking controlling everything and sending the scouts home. What do the scouts have to do? The scouting is already done. We wanted them to tell us who the fuck is out there. They already know that.
Yeah.
Go home now.
Yeah.
And we'll take care of the rest.
We got it from here.
We got it from here, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not mad at it, dog. I'm happy with it. I'm happy. And nobody else is going to fucking know what's going down in the draft room except for Gruden and Mayock come the fucking draft. That's draft day. That's it.
Let's give them something
to talk about.
It's Fergie and Jesus on the mic over here.
Talking about love.
Yeah.
Oh, Will Ferrell, man.
Shout out.
This motherfucker.
Let's talk about, we're going to get into this NFL schedule, but before we do that, I know a lot of you have issues with it. We got issues with it, man, and we're not going to sugarcoat this. The schedule is fucked up, dude. We've seen some wild NFL schedules in the past.
Yeah.
And this takes the cake for the Raiders.
Yeah.
And to make matters worse, NFL Vice President of Broadcasting, Michael North, came out and he said this kind of schedule isn't good for any team. Mm-hmm. Also noted that Tampa Bay faces a similar handicap. In an ideal situation, he says the league would not do such a thing in its scheduling. This is quote, "This is one that the NFL would love to have back," North told Nate Davis of USA Today. "It's certainly not unusual for an NFL team to have one home game over a 6-week stretch, but when that one home game isn't actually home, this is likely something that the NFL would seek to avoid in the future. I'd love a redo on that one." Hey, what was stopping you? Like, seriously, like, I know a lot of this is computer generated, but they just hit the send button and didn't read that shit.
Right.
I mean, I've done that once or twice on a podcast, but I'm on my computer first thing in the morning to upload that fresh, corrected podcast.
There you go.
That schedule was locked and loaded.
You got to fix that shit.
And we as fans, I don't even feel sorry for us as fans. I feel sorry for this team, man. The players got to deal with this shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Players got to deal with this
It's
shit.
some bullshit.
We're sorry.
Yeah.
Our bad.
Oh, guess what? You got one less home game than everybody else.
We'd love to have that back.
Like normal.
Yeah.
Like normal. Like the last 3 fucking years has been.
Well, guess what, Michael North? You ain't traveling at all this year, so I don't really give a shit how you feel about it, too. By the way, man. Michael North just signed as president of football operations for the New England Patriots.
Oh.
Shocking.
Yeah.
That's actually not true.
Oh.
That's not true. These fools are going to go to Twitter with that. Dude, did you guys know? Pillaging Podcast said so. That's not true. Last but not least, off-season workouts are underway.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
You should see how he spelled underway. It's kind of like a cross between underway and underwear. I don't know what I was doing there. I got myself a nice little spreadsheet right here. Che, do you see this over here?
I see that, man. Yeah, you know how to use that. That Excel, dog. That's very nice.
Because last year's predictions are still sitting at the bottom of the show notes right here.
Yeah, they are.
11-5 and 10-6. We were so close, Che.
Shit, we were almost there.
We were so close.
So we're just off by like a little smidgen.
So, Che, how do you want to do this? Do you just want to go kind of gut feeling? Do you want to break down by the team? I think we should wait for that in-depth analysis.
Yeah, we can wait for that shit.
Season, right?
We can wait for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to wait for Joe Flacco to get hurt in training camp. We got to wait for Patrick Mahomes to get deported back to Canada. Yeah, you guys didn't know that. That's by the way, that's not true either. Don't go run into
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, Stapler said.
Stapler said so.
Oh, man. That's a new hashtag right there. Stapler said.
Hashtag Stapler said so. I'm going to regret that in the morning for sure. I'm going to regret that in the morning. So let's just kick it off really quick here. We got this full slate of 16 games to run down, and it's going to be interesting. So we're just going to go off the cuff right here. We're going to start September 9th, 2019, Monday Night Football. Bam, 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 bam.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, and all my rowdy friends are right here, right now.
Yeah, this is me. This is me. That's me.
By the way,
it's this guy.
By the way, okay, so it's September 9th, 2019, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The Broncos travel to the Black Hole to open up this NFL season against your Oakland Raiders. I got a good feeling about this game, Che.
Oh, so do I.
And I rarely start off predicting a W in week 1, but I think we're going to be ready for Wacko Flacco and the Denver Blancos.
Blancos.
The Denver Blancos. I'm just going to roll with that. I fucked up, but I'm rolling with it. What was his name? Walter
Blanco. Dude.
So I'm predicting a W on this game, man. I feel like, it's week 1. Derek Carr in the second year in the scheme. He's going to have a few wrinkles, a few tricks up his sleeve. AFC opponent that we know well, and we're going to be prepared. We're going to be at home turf. It's not the LA Rams that we faced last year in the home opener. Crowd's going to be rocking. We already know. I think half that stadium is going to be filled with official pillagers.
Oh, you know it
from the sound of it. So
yeah,
I'm going W on this. What about you?
I'm going W2, dog. W2. And I'm not filing taxes, dog.
Yeah, tax day's gone, bro.
I'm not filing taxes. Okay, I'm going the W. No, man, I mean, it's going to be a great fucking game. First of all, the pillaging crew is going to be in effect. Okay, we will be tailgating that motherfucking game. Okay, don't tell our bosses.
Yeah.
Don't tell our bosses, okay?
I'm legit taking the day off and the day after off.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Legit.
Hell yeah. That's a 2-dayer right
I'm
there.
legit taking the day of off.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And then you're legit being sick the next day.
Yeah. Yo, Javi, I need coverage on Tuesday. Write that down.
Oh, man. I woke up. I had this, mocos and stuff. I got like a fever, bro. I don't know what's going on. I got to stay in bed. I'll see you guys try to be in tomorrow, though. Okay? Promise.
Why you sound so happy?
Because Raiders, bitch.
Hey, I might be sick, but them Raiders still won. Yeah, facts. All right, so week 2, September 15th, 2019. This is a Sunday, 1:05 p.m. kickoff. Situation normal, right in our wheelhouse, right in our house, right in the black hole.
That's right.
The Kansas City Chiefs come to town. If we're going to beat the Chiefs at all this year, it's going to have to be this game. But are we going to beat the Chiefs this year is the question, Che. So I ask you, are we going to beat the Chiefs this year, Che?
Yes. We're going to win that game.
You're going to win that game.
We're going to win that game, man.
All right.
Fuck that. Last year they came, they were big bad, fucking scoring points on everybody, and we almost had that game in the fucking black hole last season, okay? So they're going to come back early this season. They're going to be, their fucking heads are going to be in the clouds. They didn't think they're fucking great. The shit don't stink. They fucking were in the AFC West, they're in the AFC Conference Championship,
Yeah.
They're going to come in with those big inflated heads, think that no one can touch them, and they're going to get smacked in the fucking face.
Smacked them.
Smack them in the face.
You know what, Che? I'm feeling good today.
There you go.
I'm feeling good right now. I'm marking that down as a W. We're starting off the season 2-1. Write that down. Stapler said so.
Yeah, there you go.
Chase said so.
There you go. We're only 2-0 right now, though. You said 2-1. You already predicted a loss for the next one.
Yeah.
You're leaking our fucking records.
Did I say 2-1?
Yeah, you said 2-1.
Well,
you're leaking our records, dog.
Damn, send me home then, Bob. I guess this recording we're just gonna keep going until next Sunday because I'm out of here.
Oh man!
So September 22nd, again another Sunday game, but on the road. This begins the stretch right here against the Minnesota Vikings. 10 a.m. start time. Raiders versus Vikings next season. Kirk Cousins. The Vikings, that defense, which wasn't really that defense last year, not quite the same. Not quite the same. Week 3, NFC opponent, someone we're not too familiar with. Someone we haven't played the Vikings in a few years. Is that right?
Yeah, man. I can't think of when we played the Vikings last.
And I am marking this down as an L. I think the Vikings is a team that we can beat, but it's the first road game of the year. I don't see us going 3-0. I just don't. I'm just trying to be realistic here.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of trying to factor that in. Kind of everything else.
I feel you.
First game of this big long away stretch. I'm thinking it's an L.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna follow suit. I'm gonna say that's an L too. First away game, Minnesota. Minnesota is coming back with a lot to prove too. They didn't have as good of a season as they thought they were gonna have. Getting their quarterback of the future, right? In Kirk Cousins, that didn't pan out too well. So I think they got a little something to prove, and especially in front of their home crowd.
Yeah.
But who knows? Anything can happen, dog. Anything can happen.
People are up in arms because I'm leaving and I'm going home. Guess what? I am home. Joke's on you. I'm not going anywhere.
Walk down the fucking hallway to his bed.
All right, next game, September 29th, week 4 against the Indianapolis Colts in their crib. Again, another 10 a.m. start time. I'm going to say this is a win. I know Andrew Luck is returned to form last year. Had a good season last year. Colts played a lot better. Defense actually played a lot better than they have in the past.
Yeah.
But I still think that the Colts are a slightly above average team, and a team, we're in the groove. We're on the road. We know we got a long trek ahead of us. I think we dig our heels in, and this is a game that we win. I
think so too. Shit.
Now I'm getting nervous, Jay.
Yeah, I know. Why are we agreeing so much, man?
I don't know. This is weird.
I feel like last year the Colts, they were able to put some games together, but that was also late in the season. They had a little bit of a rough start. They were losing games early. Even though their defense was playing a lot better.
Yeah.
They had that rookie linebacker that fucking showed out. He won the defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
So I expect things to kind of that was out of the norm. People weren't expecting them, so they weren't seeing. They didn't see them coming, right? They were expecting them to kind of fall short and not play that well, and they kind of caught people by surprise. So I think they're gonna come out this year. People know what to expect from them. And I was at the Colts game when they came to Oakland last year.
Yeah.
And that was a close game too. We were right in that game.
Yeah.
So I expect us to get that one, man. I expect us to be able to come out on top, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turn it around. Turn it around. Especially with all these new weapons we got on this team, right? We were in that game with the receivers we had last season.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
Okay.
Next game, technically, quote unquote, a home game, air quotes, home game. This game's in London against the Chicago Bears. Your boy, That's right. Everyone's still talking about him, except us. His name will not be mentioned. This is the Bears in London. And while I think that Trubisky had a nice season last year, I think he responded well to the criticism that he had faced. I still don't think he's the guy. But I still haven't seen the Raiders win a game in London.
That's true.
And that's where I'm at. And coming off of two travel games prior, I don't see us winning this game. I think this is actually going to be a loss for the Raiders. I think we're heading into the bye week with an L. It's going to be some question marks at that point. You can already hear it right now. The comments about Khalil Mack not being on the Raiders. Yeah, I said his name. Fuck you. I could already see the stories right now. Raiders regret, Khalil Mack trade hangover still lasting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mack comes home in an away game for the Raiders.
He comes home
That's
to
technically
London.
A home game.
He comes home to London.
Yeah. And so I don't know, man. I think that this is an L for the Raiders. Until we win in London, I'm just not a believer yet. I don't think it's going to happen.
I feel you, man. I feel you. That's it's a tough one, man. How you gonna go? You got 2 road games and then you're fucking out of the country.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot, man. That's a lot. So, as much as I hate to say, I'm gonna go with an L there too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that puts us at 3-2 through 5 games in the season.
Yeah,
still not bad. Then we hit our bye week, and then we got the Packers on the road. Will Aaron Rodgers be healthy for this game? Is a question.
It's a good question.
That's a good question, right?
Yeah.
The dude's held together with duct tape and spit and toothpicks and bubble gum, and he's still Aaron Rodgers, man. So, unfortunately, I'd like to say we come back from the bye strong. I don't see it, man. We're not that team. We haven't been that team. I think we're going to lose this one to Green Bay in Lambeau.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it realistic, bro.
I feel you. And again, we're saying this based off of the current situation, right? This is pre-draft, right? Predictions. So
yeah.
When we get another shot at this, we can change this around if we're feeling a little bit better about certain players. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna disagree with you.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna go dub, man, because I'm gonna expect us to come back. They're gonna be a little bit unhappy about the fact that they've had to go through that fucking 3 weeks in a row, being away, traveling to fucking London. They're gonna come back with a little fucking steam and be a little upset. Yes, they're gonna have to go to Green Bay to get the dub, but that bye week I think is gonna serve them really well. Mm-hmm. And I think they will get that W.
So 1-2 against the NFC North at this point.
Yeah.
All right, Che, I got you. I'm kind of feeling better now that we disagreed. I don't know. It's kind of like when you're taking that Scantron test.
Yeah.
And it's like the answer is B, the answer is B, the answer is B, and then it's like I think the answer is B, but nah,
Yeah.
4 times in a row.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're like, come on, now you're fucking with me. Did this shit on purpose, dog.
All right, so just prior to Halloween on October 27th, the Raiders will fly out to Houston to face the Texans Sunday. It's a 1:05 p.m. Again, not a primetime game. I'm marking this down as, you got it, another L. I like Deshaun Watson. I like Deshaun Watson a lot. I like what the Texans can do. I don't think we have the linebacker on the squad just yet that's going to stop a guy like Deshaun Watson, a guy that you need to spy Deshaun Watson and shut him down.
Right.
And who's the running back over there in Houston right now?
Who is that? They have 2 of them, right? Didn't they have 2 guys? Wasn't there one of them was called Lamar something?
Yeah, Lamar Miller.
Yeah, there you go, Lamar Miller.
Yeah.
They're decent. They got decent running backs over there. I'm gonna go with an L also, dog. Just because I think, like you said, you touched on it. Deshaun Watson, that the dude's good, man. He's great. He's got a lot of weapons, right? He could throw the ball, he could run it, and our defense hasn't shown. From what we've seen, right? Obviously, again, we're going back to the fact that we have yet to see anything from this current squad, right? So, we haven't done too well with those kind of quarterbacks. Let's just say that. So, we have a tendency to let quarterbacks get some runs on us. And he's got a big arm; he can go deep on us. So, and they got Hopkins too. Hopkins is no joke. So. I'm going to go ahead and give them the win and give us an L on that one. But Don't be surprised if I change my mind come regular season.
All right.
I'm just saying.
All right. Hey, man, this is preliminary.
Yeah, it is
This
preliminary. Yeah.
So,
But like you said, man, we don't think that we have the guys there right now. But by that week, we would have already seen the Raiders play 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we see something different by that time.
Possibly.
Right? Possibly by the second or third week. Second or third week, we already seen that. So I think, for now, we'll play it safe.
Mm-hmm.
We'll play it safe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want people thinking like, I'm just a big homer. I'm just gonna give it. We're just gonna go fucking 16-0 over here.
And again, Texans definitely a beatable team. Hell, I even think the Packers are a beatable team at this point. But there's always gonna be weeks, and there's always gonna be games in the schedule that are winnable. That for one reason or another just doesn't happen. Doesn't go down that way. Whether it's injury or the team comes out, lays an egg. Who knows? This is a long road game stretch. But in Week 9, the Raiders finally get back to home. In November 3rd against the Lions. This is a Thursday night football game. It's going to air at 5:20 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thursday night, short week, back at home against the Detroit Lions. I'm saying the Raiders going to give their fans exactly what they wanted, exactly what they've been waiting for all this time, and the Raiders are going to take that W against Matt Patricia and the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, I'm going to go W there too, man. And I ain't even going to explain it because you explained it perfectly.
Next up, we face the Chargers for the first time in the year, November 7th, Sunday, 1:25. So got a little bit of extra time to prepare here, coming off a Thursday night game. I think the Chargers, again, AFC West opponent, it's always going to be tough. You already know they got weapons. Phillip Rivers, the defense, looking good. 2 defensive ends, getting after the quarterback. Health is always a concern with the Chargers, but health is a concern, period, in the NFL.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say we actually lose this game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to go dub against the Chargers. Because fuck them. That's why.
Surprise.
Because that's why. Because fuck the Chargers.
And I'm going L here because we've lost some close ones to LA at home.
Yes, we have.
And I just don't know, man. I just don't know.
Hey, final season in Oakland, dog.
Yeah.
Okay, if that ain't motivation enough for you to beat your fucking rivals at home, then I don't know what the fuck is.
I hope you're right.
Shit together, Raiders.
I hope you're right.
Get your shit together.
I hope you're wrong. Do I got that backwards?
you said, I hope you're right. I hope you're wrong.
Yeah. No, somebody was saying I got it backwards. The Lions are Sunday night and the Chargers are Thursday night. I know the Chargers are possibly a Sunday night game later in the season, but I think you're right. I think I have those backwards.
It's all good, man. We're just predicting over here, man.
Yeah.
Okay?
I'll get that fixed.
We'll fix those.
I was pulling this off the Raiders website too, but I might have got my eyes crossed in the middle of.
Hey man, all this Excel spreadsheet, man, it's complicated, dog. It's not easy.
So moving on against the Bengals here, regular Sunday game, another home game. I'm going to mark this down as a win because it's the Bengals and we're the Raiders.
I'm gonna go with the dub there too.
Yeah,
because it's the Bengals. You said it.
What Cincinnati really got for us?
Nothing.
I don't know.
Dalton. Come on, AJ Green. I'm cool. Mixon, he had a better second year.
Yeah,
but I still feel like they're just not there.
Yeah, so I got to.
And then wait, did what's his name get fired? Coach get fired yet?
Marv?
Yeah.
Shit, if I know.
Did he? I think he did. So they'll be. I think he did. Didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
So they'll be in transition.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Yeah.
So let's go.
You got damn right.
Let's go.
All right, so that's a W. So I got us at 5 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 5 and 5 at this point, and you got us down with 3 losses, 6 wins at this point, right? Mm-hmm. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 7 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 and 5, and you got us at 7 and 3. Starting to spread out a little bit here. Back on the road, back-to-back games. We're going to be at this next game. Are we going to be at this next game?
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying, but I can't make any promises. I know everybody's already booking the flights, and I'm jealous as fuck. But you know what, man?
I'm holding out, bro. I'm trying to ride with you.
Life ain't easy over here, dog. You know what I mean? If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Okay? But I'm going to do what I can. We'll see what we can do, man. You know?
Well, you let me know what
That
you need
family
for
life.
me to make it happen. You let me know what you need to make it happen. All right.
All right, dog. Good looking up.
But
Good looking up.
November 24th against the New York Jets, Sunday, 10 o'clock kickoff, back on the road, East Coast game. Man, we got a long, storied history with the Jets. I feel like the Raiders and the Jets always be playing each other.
Yeah.
No matter what. I've been to a lot of Raiders-Jets games in Oakland, of course. I mean, my first time in New York, and I'm expecting to meet a lot of Pillagers out there. Feel the love, spread the love, and just have a good time while I'm out there. Shout out to Chuck.
That's what's up.
Shout out to Ken.
That's what's up.
Monster Mash. Shout out to Just Win Johnny. Shout out to everybody we know out there.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of you Pillagers out there. In
Hell
New York.
yeah.
A lot of you guys. Shout out to the Black Hole Booster Club, both New Jersey and New York chapters.
There you go.
Shout out to all you guys. Oh, fuck it. Shout out to the whole Eastern Seaboard.
There you go.
Because I know you guys are going to be traveling for that game. But I'm going to say this is a W, bro.
I like it. I'll go W too.
There's going to be too many of us there for the simple fact that we're going to be there.
There you go.
That's all you need to know.
There you go.
Again, this is a quick, dirty run through, guys.
Yeah.
I'm trying to throw something out there for you. All right, now we enter December when real football starts, right? The month of December, that cold weather football. And it's going to be cold November 24th, no doubt about it. But December 1st, against the Chiefs in Kansas City, until we win in Kansas City, we're going to keep losing in Kansas City.
That's how I gotta go L too.
And
I gotta go L too because we just haven't seen anything to tell us that the story's gonna be different, man. Like it's every year that they go out there, it's the same shit, right? The cold weather, whatever it is the fucking bright lights of fucking being on primetime TV, whatever it is, man. There's always something that happens. A fucking wire gets in the way, the ball goes a different fucking direction. There's something that happens that shit just hasn't gone our way. So until it happens, like you said. I mean, we can't predict any different.
No.
Yeah.
I'm with it. Unfortunately, I'm with it. Doesn't feel good to say that, but it is what it is.
It is.
But we got him winning at home. So split with the Chiefs this year with Pat Mahomes, the quarterback. I'll take that, bro.
There you go.
I'll take that. So December 8th, Sunday, 1:25, back at home against the Tennessee Flaming Thumbtacks. And I like the way the Raiders match up against Tennessee. We've played them well in the recent history. We've played them well in not so recent history. And Mariota's not doing it for me. And I'm saying that we're taking this game against Tennessee at home.
Okay. I got to pick like a fucking unexpected loss because we have a tendency to get those. And I think the Titans are one of those unexpected losses. Just for the simple fact that it's just feels like we always lose a game to somebody that we don't think we're gonna fucking lose a game to at home, man. Like I can't, I can't see us going, scot free. We got the only home loss I got right now is at is in London, right? So
yeah,
I'm gonna go with the Titans as that weird fucking like you fucking lost to these guys. That's what I'm going with, man.
That makes sense. I usually pick one of those out on the schedule. I think this year for me, it's that Texans game, even though it's not a home game. That's the game for me, right there.
There you go.
So let's do it right now. This may or may not be. Once again, we don't really have a definitive answer going into it this year. Maybe at this time in the schedule we'll know, depending on what's going on in Las Vegas. I got a weird feeling that it's going to be 2 more years in Oakland. I just got that weird feeling. I think construction is due to be completed in August of 2020, something like that. For me, that's a little too close for comfort because, as you know, preseason starts like the third week of August generally.
Right.
And my gut feeling, and again, I don't work for Oakland or for the Raiders. Make that clear. I'm not affiliated. Shout out to NFLP. I think if they're set to miss one preseason game at that stadium, I think the whole season might be a wash.
Okay.
At that point,
I think that's fair. I think
that's
fair.
Feeling. But to get back on track, this may or may not be the very last home game in Oakland, December 15th against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I just don't see us losing this game. We saw what happened last year against the Broncos.
Put me down for green too, man.
All right, and
give him that one.
We saw what happened last year against the Broncos. No doubt the Raider season was in shambles. We were still, I feel like, a better opponent against the Broncos. We almost had them at home last year, Bruce Irvin, but we couldn't get them.
Dog, I got to go to the restroom real bad.
Okay.
I've been fighting over here.
Real professional, Che. Real professional.
I don't mean to cut you off, dog. But I want to be able to give you my last two answers, dog.
Okay.
All
right.
So I'm going to go loss to the Chargers and a loss to the Broncos in the final two games.
Okay.
Before I go. Sorry, dog.
Fair enough.
Sorry, dog. The chelas are kicking over here.
Chase spinning around in his chair over here. So just put a button on that. Chase got us finishing 10-6, and I still got two games to pick. So coming off a home win against the Jaguars, feeling really good. Traveling to San Diego. I think at this point in the season, the Raiders got their shit together, and the wheels are starting to fall off of the Chargers wagon just a bit, as it seems to do. Now, I feel like the Chargers have a really poor record in December, and my good friend Existence pointed out that's not so true. They've actually fared really well in December, but I got a feeling that we get this win on the road. I predicted a loss to the Chargers earlier on at home, but I think we give one back to them on the road against L.A. Mark it down. To be decided whether it's a primetime game or not. It will be. It's AFC West. Chargers and Raiders getting after it. Last game of the season, wrapping up the season against the Broncos in Denver, December 29th. It's going to be cold, but it is a morning game. It's an afternoon game. The sun will be at our back. I got a really strong feeling, though, that we finish with an L. I'm sorry, guys, but I got to do it. It's an L. I got us finishing the season 9-7. And that's pretty much what I've been saying all along. 9-7 to 7-9 is going to be the results for the Raiders in 2019. Will it be enough to make the playoffs this year? Well, we got to sit and wait to find out. I don't think 9-7 is going to be good enough for a wild card. It's definitely not going to be good enough to win the division. I don't see us in the playoffs this year. I know a lot of you guys want to see that. I just don't. I know we got some pieces. The draft, in my mind, is going to be solid. It's not going to go the way everybody wants it to go. But I got a great feeling that we're going to get some pieces we didn't expect, but we're going to get good ones at the top of the draft. But these guys, it's going to take time to gel. It's going to take time to get in there and work it out with their teammates. Learn the system, as they say. All the standard football cliches. I just don't see it paying off for us in the postseason. Ooh. By the way, Che, we finished a game apart. I got us going 9-7. You got us going 10-6.
10-6?
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I just want to give my reasonings for those last two losses. I'm sorry. Hey, when nature calls, man. When nature calls. But listen, the game against the Chargers, I think we've had some bad games against the Chargers, and we have a tendency to have worse games away from home against them. So I think the Chargers, they're a good team, man. As much as I don't like them, they're still a good team. They got to the playoffs last year, so I don't expect them to fall off a whole lot. And I think they're going to be able to fucking win one in LA with an away game at home, right? The Raider fans are going to come strong. It's going to be another home game for us there. Mm-hmm. They're going to get one. And then with the Broncos, man, we just seem to lose in Mile High, dog. We seem to lose in the cold, rainy weather of Mile High. Mm-hmm. So that's what I expect, right? That's what I expect.
So you have that away game against the Chargers as a win?
No, loss.
Oh, it was
loss.
a loss. Okay.
I was explaining the reasons why I think they're going to get that one.
Okay.
Why the Chargers are going to get
why the Chargers are going to get that one.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I feel you. All right, so 9-7, 10-6. That's where we're sitting for right now.
Okay.
And we'll revisit this in further detail as we get closer to the season. This is just a quick run through. Let's take a quick break right now. We do have a little bit of time, so we will go to your calls. And we got this care package we need to open up.
That's right.
Yeah, so let's do that. We're going to hit the break, and we'll be right back. We out, you.
Peace.
Back. That was a quick break. Real fast. Those of you listening
quick face
to the audio feed, you'd be like, yo, that break was the same length as all the breaks. Well, you're not listening to the live stream.
Right.
So you wouldn't get that. Let's open up this care package really quick.
There you go. Oh, It's in that nice Prime box, that reused Prime box. It's got that Prime tape all fucking sliced up, and then it's got that packaging tape right over the top of it.
Making sure I'm not showing any addresses here. All right, so what we're going to do, I know there's several things in this box. We're just going to pick out one thing right here.
Sounds good.
And
man, look at that. It's packaged really nice, though.
Real nice.
Got all them peanuts in there.
Shout out to Mojo Raider.
Mojo Raider.
So just a little background on this. Mojo was trying to clear out some of his stuff. He's got a lot of Raiders gear, a lot of Raiders paraphernalia, and this is some of the stuff he wasn't going to hold on to, but he wanted to go to a good cause. So he sent it out to us for us to keep or to give away. We're going to give the stuff away. We'll only do one thing at a time.
There you go.
So first thing I'm pulling out here, if you want to describe it to our audience.
Oh my goodness, man.
This is brand new.
So we got this brand new heavy duty big bad Raider mug. That's a coffee mug. That's a thermos style mug, right?
Insulated.
That's an insulated motherfucker with a big, like a nice metal ribbon around the center. Okay, with a nice, what is that? Like that's a, what would you call that, man? What would you call that? It's got like a nice epoxy resin.
Yeah.
On the shield and on the Raiders name right there. Show that.
A little brushed steel.
Yeah, a little brushed steel.
Brushed aluminum, maybe. Aluminum. Yeah, we'd like that. Insulated mug. It's like a mini Bubba cake. Can't show the logo on the live stream, but
that's right. I feel you. My bad.
You know what I mean.
My bad.
Yeah. Can't show that off.
That's true. That's true.
So it's really nice if you're a coffee drinker, man.
But it's there.
Kind of jealous. I kind of want to keep this. And this is brand new. It's still got the stickers on it and everything.
Yeah, man. That shit's clean as hell.
Yeah.
That shit's clean as hell.
Yeah, I like this.
It's real nice.
We're going to give this away next week to the strongest phone call.
There you go.
Strongest reaction.
There you go.
To this year's NFL
Wait, what
draft.
are we giving the gent?
Gent's getting that NFL draft shirt.
Oh, that's right. That's right. The draft shirt.
So we'll give this away to the strongest response to next week's draft selection.
You guys better bring that fire, motherfuckers.
You already know they are. That's going to be a tough one for us to pick. It's going to be easy for the phone call. It's going to be a tough pick.
Right. That's true. That's true.
So if you're a coffee drinker or maybe a hot beverage drinker.
And what is that, man? That's got to be like a good 30 ounce right there. Because that's a pretty wide mug, right? Like open that bitch up.
Yeah, let's see. It should say on the back. It does 20 ounce.
20 ounce?
Mug.
Okay.
Yeah, 20
okay.
ounce mug. Not too shabby. Oh yeah. Oh, it's even got the documentation in there.
There you go. It's got everything, dog.
Made in Texas.
Shh.
You know.
Deep in the heart of Texas. It's nice, man. Shit.
Yeah.
I kind of want to take it to work tomorrow.
All right, so strongest call, strongest reaction to the draft next week. Gets a free 20-ounce insulated thermos with a nice embossed Raiders logo on it.
Yeah, that's
embossed.
Nice. There you go. That's what it's called.
Yeah,
embossed. I was searching for that word, man.
Let's check out the calls right now. We got a little bit of time. Let's check out a few of these. What do we got? What are we working with here? Oh, we got quite a few calls. Let's see here. The 760. Let's go.
What up, guys? Kenny, Jay, Flop, Monday. Tonight's Monday. It's my Friday. Man, you know what's awesome? Every time I look on Twitter, I see a video of Antonio Brown working with Derek Carr. That's fucking awesome. I've never seen that. I don't know. It seems like since never have I ever seen anyone working that hard trying to get good, especially out of our receivers. I mean, granted, Jared Cook, he worked his ass off. You know, I'm not going to talk shit about the dude. But, he was our best receiver for a while. Now, we got Antonio Brown every day busting his ass trying to get good with Derek Carr. And it's almost like he's forcing Derek Carr to get good with his ass. And that's something you want. Continuity between the quarterback and the receiver. Now, last week you asked, who would we pick at 4? You know, I'm so bad at picking draft picks, I don't even do that shit. It doesn't matter what I think. I don't know enough about football to even be considered doing mock drafts, let alone I know enough that our team has problems on that O-line. I know enough. Everyone wants to work on getting car weapons. And, you know, Trent Brown ain't going to be able to hold that shit on his own. He needs help. We lost Kalechi. We lost Donald Penn. Granted, you know, they weren't doing the great, but, you know, 2016, our O-line wasn't taking fucking hits. They were knocking people down, pancaking them. Whatever you want to say, yeah, I think it's important to kind of make sure that we got that O-line solidified. And if it's not, we're going to have problems. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. I mean, Aaron Rodgers was out of a season a while ago when he got hit a couple times. Can you imagine Aaron Rodgers being behind all our shit? He wouldn't be able to do shit. I don't think there's a quarterback. I mean, if Russell Wilson was behind our O-line, he'd be just running for touchdowns. That's it. Because there's nobody really doing any good blocking. So for me, I don't really give a shit who they pick at 4 because I think they're just going to knock it out of the park. And that's all I care about. I just want to see some really good O-line holding up, quarterback throwing some good passes, and I want to see a fucking receiver maintain the ball, hold it in their hand. Everyone talks about Jalen Richard always looking good. Fucking guy's got horrible hands. I hate watching him catch the ball. Like every 3 games, you know he's going to take a hit and drop that fucking shit. Get some guys that have...
You got cut off, Wap. I'm not sure where Wap is going with that one, but thanks for the phone call. Let's go to the 905.
What's up, Pillagers? This is Chuck McBride, 21, repping Raiders of the North.
Yeah.
Got Raider Nation up here in Canada strong. I just had a thought that I wanted to bounce off y'all. Jay Gruden and John Gruden family, obviously. We have the 4th pick and they have the 13th. Do you think the possibility of us maybe trading down a few spots and getting a second in this year and maybe a second in the next? You know how much Mayock likes that section of the draft. Let me know what y'all think. This is Chuck checking out. Later.
Thanks for the call, Chuck. Is it a possibility of trading down? Yes. Is it a possibility to get 2 seconds out of it? I don't think so. I would probably guess, and this is somewhat of a hot take maybe, but if we did trade back, I think Mayock would more or less covet a 3rd rounder this year. If they can get a 2nd and a 3rd round in this year's draft for their 1st round, that'd be a hell of a win right there. I don't see him trading out for a pick this year and a pick next year. Does that make sense to you?
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Try to get as many this year.
Yeah.
Try to get as many picks in this year.
Because it's a big gap right now from 35 to, what is it, like 106 or something like that? So
it's a long ways, man. It's a long ways.
yeah, it was a good question. It's a good question. Let's go to the 719 here.
What's up, Pillagers? Raider Nation, what's going on? This hardcore Raider calling from Donkeyville. Just want to say what's up. Let's get into some beef. Happy Easter, man. Hopefully you guys are drinking some beers, some cellas, and getting down with it. But, yeah, man, what the fuck is up with the schedule, dude? I mean, damn, man. Just when things are going good, got some players, Antonio Brown, Perfect, some things that make us feel good. Boom, kicked in the nuts. You know, you think my nuts would be filled by now, but this shit still hurts, man. I already know what people are going to say, like, we're going to be on the road 49 days, it's just going to make us tougher and all that shit. But, man, I don't know, dude. I just look at that and I'm like, man, I never realized getting fucked in the ass could feel so fucking good. Thank you for letting me know. You know what I mean? I mean, like, you know, then I guess the other 31 teams had to approve the schedule and whatnot. But damn, dude, it's like, might as well be a Niner fan. That must be
no, don't say
what
that.
it's like to be a Niner fan, dude. Getting railed 31 times. Count Roger Goodell. There you go. There's 32 times getting railed. Rough dogging it. But yeah, I think we should go stay on the East Coast, set up some tents and some training facility, and just stay out there for a while. So we'll not have to fly back and forth. Excuse me. And then as far as all the other stuff, man, with the draft coming up, like I said before, we got to look at our division. You know, if Allen's gone, you know, let's trade back. Let's see what we can get. Pick up another 2nd round or another 3rd round pick. You know, maybe pick up an extra cornerback, D-end, running back, and, you know, see how things go. You know, I think going to be a tough season. We need some guys to really step up, especially Derek Carr, to lead these guys on the road, with the schedule against us, you know. We're just going to have to fight hard, and hopefully we can pull out some wins. All I want is a chance for a home playoff game against the Patriots, man. I'm going to keep preaching it, but man, we got to stay tough. Fuck all these motherfuckers. Fuck the NFL. Suck a fatty, motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, wow.
Anyway, much love. Raider Nation for life, man. There's only one nation. It's Raider Nation. I'm out.
Good thing we don't censor the show anymore. Strong call, Hardcore Raider.
Yeah, real strong.
Quickly moving up the ranks of the caller power ranking. Definitely Hardcore Raider. Thanks for the phone call. I like that. Let's move to the 831 here.
Hey, Kenny and Shay. I don't know if this will make the cut. I know you guys are going live soon, but
You made the cut.
give it a shot anyway. I've talked to Kenny on Reddit a little bit. My nickname on there is Billet.
Oh,
I was supposed to.
Shout out, Billet. Hey, Reddit, we got a pretty strong following over there. On
Yeah,
Reddit,
I've seen it.
And
Yeah,
we
I've seen it,
we don't
dog.
give them enough love. So shout out to r/Oakland Raiders out there on Reddit. Pretty good little Raiders community.
Hell yeah.
Let's hear what Billet has to say.
Tailgate with you guys in Denver last year, but I ended up getting hammered the night before and woke up late.
Happens.
And
It
you know
happens.
how that goes. I regret that one. Anyway, I had some thoughts on the draft coming up. I really think the chance of us taking a quarterback is higher than people think. I think people are underestimating how important the quarterback position is to get right. And there's some, as far as Carr goes, I'm kind of a Carr believer, but he's got some problems. The 1 year everyone points to he did well because, yeah, he had the same offensive coordinator 2 years in a row, and he blew it up. But it's also the 1 year that he had elite offensive linemen play. They were, he get sacked like 10 times the whole year or some shit. He hasn't done shit in years where the offensive line broke down at all. And here's what I think might happen. If you're anything like me, and the team does some shit you didn't want them to do, you're going to try to talk yourself into liking it. So I'm already trying to talk myself into liking taking a quarterback in the first round, the top of the first round.
Phone call cut off right there. Let's see if he continues.
This is Billet from Reddit. My niece and nephew were coming up, about to distract me, so I just hung up on you guys. But anyway, finish that thought. Here's what I think is going to go down, if it goes down this way. I don't think the Raiders are going to trade up for a quarterback. I don't think they'll trade up. That would be worst case scenario. If they give up a first round pick to trade up to get Kyler Murray.
No, not happening.
I can't talk myself into that. But if Kyler Murray falls to 4, I really, really think they will take him. Or they might. And if they do, I think they're going to keep both quarterbacks, and Carr's going to start, and this is going to be a make or break year for him. I predict Carr will do well, and then they have a decision to make next year. They're going to trade one of them the next year. I think Carr's going to do well, and I think they're going to trade Murray. So now they have a potential number 1 overall pick that they're trading who has 1 less year on his rookie contract. Still pretty valuable, and he won't have played at all, so nobody's going to see him fail unless he just, in the preseason, just eats shit. If that doesn't happen, if he plays well in the preseason, but Carr plays well enough where they decide they want to keep him, they can trade Murray the next year and probably get a first-round draft pick for him. Probably not the number 1 overall, probably not even a top 10. Who knows who's going to trade for him, but you're probably going to lose a little bit of draft capital there. But it's probably worth losing a little bit of draft capital to make sure that you got the quarterback position correct. And if Carr eats dog shit this year, which is not, the chance of that is not 0. He is not necessarily the answer. Then we trade Carr. And I do think Carr has enough skill to get us a pretty decent draft pick if we decide to trade him instead of Murray. So I do think there's a chance we roll this year with a top quarterback, and I'm guessing Murray because everyone that I trust on Twitter and like all the dudes that analyze said they're really high on Murray. Like he's just got the arm, he's just a winner. So I think it's going to be Murray. But if that happens, I think we roll with both of them, and then we trade one next year. We lose some draft capital, but getting the quarterback position right is just that important. So just think about that logic when it happens, because you know you're going to talk yourself into liking it regardless. So I might as well just start getting used to it now.
Not everyone's going to talk themselves into it, Billy. Interesting calls right there. I'd say if Murray, the Raiders aren't trading up to get a quarterback, but if Murray somehow falls to 4, I'm nervous.
Right.
Are you nervous?
I mean, you got to have like a little bit of nerves when it comes to that, right? You've seen so much, man. You've seen so much. You've heard so much. And yes, we're also the people that tell you don't fucking believe everything you hear, right? But at the same time, man, you just never know. You just never know. Mm-hmm. You never know how things are going to go. We can't tell the future, right? There's a lot of things that went on that we didn't expect to happen already, right? So anything can happen, man. If they're not feeling 100% confident at that position, right, with Derek Carr, then anything's possible, man.
I like Derek Carr. I'm not 100% confident.
I like Derek Carr, and I think he still has some things to prove in order for anybody to be 100% confident in him.
Got a lot to prove.
Okay, he's still got a lot to prove. So I can understand that, and I can understand. I mean, we've criticized Derek Carr too, but that doesn't mean we're not behind him, right? So, yeah, I get a little nervous. I'd get a little nervous if he's still around at 4, because everyone's talking this kid up like he's fucking superhuman, right? And everyone's saying that he's like the resounding number 1. So if he fell to 4, it would make me go like, ew. But then it would also make me say like, oh, okay, well maybe he isn't everything that everybody's cracking him up to me, right?
Right.
Anyways, yeah.
All right, let's go to the 360 here. It's Pete.
Kenny Che Kane, what's up, Pillagers? This is Pete. Happy Easter to all the Pillagers out there. Christos Finestis. How's everyone doing? So this week I'd like to start off with a little story for y'all. Last week I was in San Diego for a wedding for a few days. And, being, part of the nation like we are, I couldn't help myself but rock Raiders gear everywhere I went. And not a motherfucker said a word to me.
No, they didn't.
Not one crossword. No, nothing. No sports today. No Raiders suck. No anything like that. Nothing for me to fire back on. All I gotta say is, you know what? I don't know if I feel bad, but it's like, damn. I was looking forward to that.
You know why? Because San Diego's not an NFL town.
Right.
And you know why? Because San Diego's never been an NFL town.
Nope.
Anywho, let's move on to other news in this week, and this pertains to the scouts getting fired. And I'm sure by the time this is going to get played, y'all have already talked about this a whole bunch. But goddamn it, let's quit overreacting. Okay? Enough. It's a smoke screen. It was reported by Ian Rappaport, and I don't know where I saw it, but somewhere it said like, oh, well, a scout probably told Ian Rappaport about this. No, the fuck he did not. It was Mike Mayock. All right, we're setting it up, getting everyone clamoring, because this whole pre-draft process, I like to think, could be completely wrong, but we kind of initiated this whole, are we going to take Kyler Murray? Are we going to trade our pick? Oh, by the way, we fired our scouts. Yeah, and it's got everyone else wondering what the fuck's going on, and they're trying to rip us off by doing it. Seeing it from other teams. Man. So anyways, in lighter news, keep the schedule. Sure, you guys have already talked about that by now. Vegas has us at 6. I say at 6 and 10. I say life is too short to bet the under. I'm going with the over at 7 and 9, 8 and 8, or I could see us easily going 9 and 7. And there was one observation I made about the schedule outside all the travel. Yeah, all that blase. Yeah, of course, we're going to have to travel a lot. What else is new? But there was one game I saw in there, outside all the divisions and outside of Chicago and London, that got me a little fired up. And that's this. I want to kick the shit out of the Cincinnati Bengals next year, man. Why, you may ask? Well, remember last year when we were riding real high off that Pittsburgh win? Then all of a sudden we had that nightmarish game where we signed Chaz Green and had to watch Derek Carr get his ass whooped against the lowly Bengals team. I want revenge.
Yeah, we do.
So bad, more than anything else. All right, y'all, thanks for having me on. Have a beautiful Sunday. Enjoy the chelas. I'm about to crack one myself. Have a good one. Happy Easter. Peace.
Hell yeah.
Strong call, Pete. Pete said he was calling in with a hot take, and he didn't lie. Yeah, we need that revenge against the Bengals.
Absolutely.
And is all this masterminded smokescreen by Mike Mayock? How brilliant would that be?
I mean, that would be amazing, right? If he could pull that, if he could pull that off, right? If it's a smokescreen and he just throws everybody off, he just gets everyone to bite on all the fucking shit that he's been putting out there. Like he's been putting out them lures, right? Just like I'm gonna get you little bitches.
And it really hasn't been Murray's name; it's been Haskins' name. The Raiders are really hot on Haskins, so it could be that they flushed down the pipe and see where it washed out, just to find where the leak was. And I do that. I do that at every new job I get.
There you go.
I start myself a nice little juicy rumor.
There you go.
And I flush it down the pipe, and I see if it comes back somewhere else.
I like that.
And it worked at this last job, and it worked at the previous job.
There you go.
Although the previous job kind of could have been a little more gentle with that one. You were there for that. So I think there's some truth to what Pete's saying.
There you go.
Let's move on to the 303 calling from beautiful Denver, Colorado.
There you go.
Kenny, Chad, Kane, it's your boy 303 calling from cool, beautiful spring Easter day in Colorado. Hopefully you guys had a wonderful Easter with your family. The Raiders are rising. It's the draft, baby. Man, seems like it's taken forever to get to this point Thursday. What are Mike Mayock and John Gruden? What do they got up their sleeves? Well, I'm telling you right now, they're not drafting any fucking quarterback, at least with their first 3 picks. Maybe they get that pick 35 with the QB, but that number 4 pick, fuck no. QB is not on the long list of laundry that we need. We need fucking defense. I mean, holy shit. I just turned 47. We've had the shittiest defense for the last Super Bowl. I mean, 15, 16, how many years? 17 years of shit defense. Horrible picks, reaches, free agent trades. No, man, we're staying at 4, and we're going to get one of Q, Bosa, or Allen. And if one of those guys isn't there, I could see us trading back. But we're grabbing 2. I mean, look at bottom line is that we had 13 sacks last year. All we have is Arden Key. Now, maybe Arden Key will be a little bit better, and I know we signed a couple other guys. You know, we signed Mawa back or whatever, how you pronounce his name. Those guys are depth, but man, we need 2 defensive ends. Now, I think it would be, interesting to see if we could trade for Frank Clark. He's young. He's only 25. I don't think he doesn't deserve MAC money, but something between 19 and 20 million. You give him most of the guarantees for 2 years, and then I know he's had injury history, but bottom line is that it would be nice to get a signed big name defensive end, maybe trade the 35th pick for Frank Clark. I mean, most of your first round draft picks are 50-50 anyway. So I see definitely a DE or 2 unless we make a trade. We could use another corner. I'm not sold on Worley just yet as the opposite of Conley. And I forget the other corner that we signed. And I know we have Nick Nelson, so it's not dire straits to draft a corner. I think we could definitely go BPA. I definitely like Devin Bush. I think he's a baller. One of the Iowa tight ends would be sick. But again, I've been saying it forever. Carr's the QB next year, man. If he can't figure it out next year, then we can move on from him with only at $5 or $6 million of dead money on the cap. But anyways, man, Thursday Raiders. I got my tickets for the Avengers on Saturday. I'm freaking pumped. The Dubs won today. KD is back playing all-world basketball. Life is good. This is your boy 303, and I am out.
Strong.
303 always comes strong.
His calls are always well put together. Sounds like you got a nice little weekend planned there. 303. Bed Bath & Beyond. I don't know if you have time.
Home Depot.
Yeah. Good call, though.
I don't know if we'll have enough time.
Thanks for the call, 303. Can't wait to see you again this year. Last call right here coming from the 408. So you already know it's your boy, Juice.
What's up, nation? It's Juice.
What up, Juice?
What's up, pillagers? What's up, bloggers? Kenny, Kane, and our boy Che. What's up, guys? I'm getting fired up. I'm pretty excited. The draft's on Thursday. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm getting fired up because I don't know what those guys are going to do. I don't know what we're doing. I just hope we don't do anything stupid like move up and get a quarterback. No.
And by the way, Juice is celebrating the draft in style. He'll be landing in Las Vegas.
There you go.
Just in time for that draft.
That's a great way to do it.
Don't want to do that. Let's ride with Carr this year, see what really goes on. But I don't know what else we're going to do, guys. All the scenarios being thrown around on the blog right now is nuts. Coming through the news feed is crazy right now. We're getting a defensive end. Is Bosa going to be there? Is he going to drop? Is, Josh, that kid you keep saying is going to go to the Jets, whatever. Will Q Williams be there? Are we moving up in the draft, early? We're going to package our later picks and get that tight end. I don't know, guys. It's kind of wild. I know we've already been talking about it for a while. The blog's going nuts. I don't know. We could still use another linebacker, corner, safety, offensive line. We could use a tackle, running back. That's pretty much every position we have, So I'm excited. We'll see what the guys end up doing. But at least we won't end up with, dude that died on the field or, during practice or, what's the other kid he had? I know he's playing well for us now, but what did he have, like a heart attack right before the combine, or another guy with a broken leg, or whatever. One of Big Reg's projects in the first, second, and third round and reaches. Hopefully we won't end up with any of that. But all I do know, guys, I'm going to be there in Vegas on Thursday. I'm flying up Thursday afternoon. I'll be there till Sunday. So I don't know. I'll be there ground zero, fired up, showing those motherfuckers how Oakland Raider fans, born and raised, how we do it, how we really do it. Anyways, guys, I'm going to land the plane, get out of here. Besides, I don't want to talk too much about the draft and have Drew Dog and Big Cock Mayock send me packing like the rest of the scouts. So, peace.
Nice call, Juice. And that's going to be our last pre-draft call.
All right.
Thank God. No disrespect, but we're tired of talking about it. You guys are tired of talking about it. Juice said it himself. He's tired of hearing about it. But thanks for the calls, Pillagers. We like your draft opinions,
Absolutely.
All over the board tonight.
Absolutely.
Anything can happen.
The fact that things are all over the board, the calls are all over the board, it just shows you that no one's really sure how this is going to play out, man. Yeah. And you know what? Even in the past seasons when we have felt like, oh, this is how it should go, it doesn't go that way, right?
Nope.
So I think this is actually better for Raider Nation to kind of be like, oh, we're going to take a quarterback. Oh, no, we're going to take the fucking badass defensive ends. No, we're going to get a linebacker. The fact that we ain't all like on one guy's jock, it makes me feel a little bit more better about our chances and what we're going to be doing.
True.
Let's
do some
funny way.
Let's do some shout outs and get out of here.
All right. No, sounds good.
Shout out to D's Nuts for Prez 85. Shout out to Oso Bear 2, Christian Sid, 30 Burger Fantasy Football, Sports Meets Beer Podcast. That's Sports Carne Beer Podcast.
That's a good podcast.
Yeah. Solomon Rollins, Smart to Death Podcast. Jay Beasley, 123. Shout out to Raiders Voice 13. Fort Bap 3. Song Vita. Antonio. Shout out to Adrian Adams. Quincy Booger. Styles Bliss. Dane Vasco. Joshua J11. Just Win Baby 605. Toke Nasty. Dylan Taco 55. Rob Mo 619. Jared Bilcray. Kevin Fame. Sack Raider. Johnny Boy. Raider Nation for Life. Schnitz. Shout out to Troglodyte, Red Bonehound 13, Raider Matt 1, Mark Steele, Vic, Last Word on Sports Fantasy Football Network, Reagan Jones, Colton Dane Lindicum, Amato Guzman, Raider for Life 21, Five Fingers Barbecue, and Aiden Taylor. Shout out to you guys.
There you go. On the IG, we only have a few, but shout out to The Hooser. Shout out to Eddie Van Kalen. Shout out to, let's see, hold on, I'm scrolling. Ultrico. Or Ultricio. My bad. Ultricio. Shout out to Pinchy Eddie.
All right. Eddie.
And shout out to Nikki McCovery BOH. Or B0H, whatever.
Shout out to you guys. Welcome to the team. You are now officially in a Pillager. That's got to feel good.
Yeah.
And nice short and sweet show. That's it. And that's it.
That's what it's all about.
That's it for this week's show. Tune in every week wherever podcasts are found. Call in and leave a message to be played on air at 408-909-PJFF. Download the official Pillaging app available for iOS and Android. Make sure you visit DC40customtees.com and OneNationFanwear.com. Please donate to the show. Find the link in any of our social media profiles, including the description of this YouTube video. Be sure to listen to our sister podcast, Ladies of Darkness, as well as Put on Waivers podcast, as well as the Inebriation Nation podcast.
You got him.
Which just uploaded their first episode this week, so make sure you check them out. And of course, shout out to the Wolfpack Nation.
Yeah.
Anybody else I'm missing from our network?
Bro, I mean, it's possible. We miss them on the ads on the Twitter.
Look out for the Blackout podcast coming at you. And big shout out to Kane. Couldn't make it in this week, but that's all right. It's a quick, short show, so that's what it is. And we'll get you guys on the flip side, as Monster Mash Ken likes to say.
Yeah.
We'll get you guys on the other side. Be sure to keep the wind in your sails and the rub in your mug. And Pillage on, Raider Nation. This has been a production of the Crow's Nest Podcast Network. I'm Kenny Stapler, joined as always
by your boy Chick.
And we out here.
Peace.
Go Raiders.